Hey, welcome back to the Chammy. Ooh, my hair. Are we even online yet? I guess I should put some things in chat. Maybe I should also remove the toilet paper from the scene because I was blowing my nose and just ate a banana. Hey, welcome back to the Chammy, the only channel on YouTube where you can get a professional tarot card reading from a haunted house in a creepy graveyard from a haunted chick like me with really, really, really cute dogs. Tonight, the special is $6 Tacobox. You can get a free yes or no. And there are a lot of fun things in the description. So check the description out. I'm going to go ahead and put some things in the chat. You just found us and we are not live. Go ahead and skip to the end for the free collective message. I always try to do a free collective message and do a prayer at the end. Just try to come by if you haven't had a chance to be on the show live, or go ahead and skip to the end for the free collective message. Always try to do that for anyone and everyone who maybe comes to the chat, got a reading, didn't get a reading, maybe finds us when we are not live. So the Spiritbox and REMpod still in the shop, getting fixed. So hopefully that will be back soon. Rules are pretty simple around here. No refunds, no e-checks, no solicitation. And please don't make it weirder than it already is. Please be groovy or just leave. All right? No posers, no jobbers, no frontin', no fear. You can't be yourself. Just come as you are. I would rather hang out with 1,000 nerds than 1,000 posers. No, I didn't. Why? I did not. Why? Okay, I'm doing a show. Can you bring it to me? Okay. Thank you. Yeah. Let's see. So, Cash App, PayPal, Venmo only. And please understand, no sub, no like, no read. Hey, how you doing? Welcome back to the Chammy. Hey, Ari, how are you, sweetheart? Happy Saturday. How's life treating you? Do you have a good intimate life if you were together? Let's just ask about romance. I think that word is a word that embodies the same thing that you're asking. Because romance is and can be even more intimate than being intimate physically. So let's just see what Spirit says. I feel like romance is... I know it's something you've been wanting for a long time. And it is already yours. There's nothing in your way of having what you want. So what does she need to know about her question, Spirit? So, oh, wow, that's so sweet. Ace of Cups. That card's all about love. So I feel this is very much a yes to your question, dear. Ace of Cups is a powerful card. Oh, you're welcome, sweetheart. Don't forget to like the live. Hey, Devin, how have you been? It is a fantastic card. Well, hey, cutie pie. Come here, sweetheart. I did my hair again. I call it chestnut peach. Chestnut peach. Thanks for the like. I appreciate it, Ari. Look at my cutie pie. He's been a mess all day. A mess. A complete mess. But he's okay physically. I mean, he's just been incredibly overly emotional. Damn chihuahuas. I gave him some medicine to calm him down last night. It didn't work. Hold on, I just ate two. I had some spaghetti. Well, look at you, handsome. You're just so sweet. Sitting there like a little person on my lap. Okay, come here, baby. Let's cuddle waddle dog. Well, the girls literally beat him up. I don't know, they were play fighting and it just got too rough. And they got him in the eye. Yeah, he's a big wuss. Well, a little wuss. Don't worry, they're not coming back to beat you up again. You want to go night-night? Do you need shirt safety? No, Tootsies are cold. He is a mama's boy. Come here. Come here. It's time for you to calm down and quit being freaked out. Get in the shirt. There you go. Yeah. Just calm down. So I feel like there is a entity living in you. Wow. But sure, we can do a reading on that if you want, honey. It could be an inorganic being that's just attached to you. Okay, all right, there you go. Oh, here comes Grandpire with a snack. You want a snack? A little piece of apple?
What are you holding him for?
You want to sit me on my lap? What?
Put this rubber bunny on it.
Okay, thanks. You might want some apple?
You want to wipe your hands after your fingers after you get honey?
No, I'll just lick them.
No. What do you go?
Uh-oh, there she is. What are you going to do about it? my god, I have an alien in my shirt. An AT alien. Where are you going? Where are you going, crazy? Okay. Oh, please be careful, puppy. Randy's off. Yeah, that's what I thought was weird is that I was just reading it and the whole screen froze, and I've never been able to tell if that's paranormal activity itself or if it's the computer, because to be real honest, it really only happens on YouTube, especially when we bring up ghosts. Yeah, my dog's crazy. But what I was saying is, it could be an inorganic being attached to you. Yummy. Oh, what kind of ginger ale? I love that. Reed's ginger ale is like my favorite. And Canada Dry can be good. You can't find anything else. But I really like Reed's. It comes in a glass bottle. And I like the extra strong version, which is hot. I like it. I'm having a French burgundy and some apples with honey. I did just eat dinner not too long ago. I made a spaghetti. Mm. Hey, Maria, how are you, sweetheart? Oh, what a day. Oh, me too. I weirdly like it too. That's why I was like, just having that thought, Devin. Just had that thought. So it could be an inorganic being. And sometimes if you don't really know what you're dealing with, you don't know how to maybe cope with it, deal with it, make it go away. But you do have, the knowing that there's something going on, and that's the first step is acceptance of it. I feel. It's just like, when someone's a soulmate, when someone's your twin flame, even if you're in denial of it, as far as if there is, some paranormal thing inside of you, living inside of you, the only thing physically, scientifically, probably living inside of you is, your own hypernatural energy. But you could have attachments from, say, the paranormal stuff or experiences you've had. Well, yeah, and it's easier to manipulate a person, entity, soul thing that's innocent the way that. Sorry, I got a little bit of a headache coming on, so I put some lavender and peppermint on it, so I can kind of get rid of that headache a little bit. You found the song. I meant to send it to you. You found the song. Okay. Oh my God, and I saw that word spelled in a nasty way on the back of someone's card today. I'm like, I about lost my mind. My dad's like, why are you laughing? I'm like, no reason. Just saw a funny bumper sticker. But yeah, anytime you want to do a reading on it, we can. I don't have the Spiritbox or the REMpod. Hey, Canoe, how are you? Well, are you sitting around waiting for it, Canoe, or are you actually expecting it? I'm good. Thank you so much for asking. I'm just curious. I mean, I know I'm asking a question with a question, but get them. They're barking at nothing again. Get them. Rip their faces off. So if you're sitting around waiting for it, Canoe, you're going to keep waiting. If you're expecting it, you're going to put the dial tone to good working, and the beep beep beeps to call the person, or they will call you. It's really, or contact you, or get in touch with you. I feel like there is very much an opportunity to have this connection come through the way you want it to, reaching out to you in the near future with the Knight of Pentacles. But stop waiting for it. Just by you asking that question, it does show me that you are staying in the idea that maybe they will not reach out as much as you would like them to, possibly. I'm not sure, because I don't know what your limiting beliefs and circumstances are, and there's not enough cards to really tell us a lot more. YouTube might not do gifts because it's really easy to fall for the wrong kind of gifts. Well, copyright mostly, yes. No, you don't need to do self-work. You just need to kind of shift what you're feeling and thinking. You're going to have to you might even have to throw logic out the window. What do I have to do to get them to reach out? Don't worry about that. They're going to reach out. You just go on about your life, do whatever feels right. Don't worry about the self-work. There's no, I have to heal first. There's no, I have to do this first, that first. It's right now. They've already reached out. How does that feel? How does that feel? Feels good, doesn't it? No, I have to do self-work so they will reach out. You're either in Barbados or you're not. You either believe in God or you don't. You either believe in yourself or you don't. They're either going to reach out or they're not. So pick which one you want, because Spirit just wants to give it to you. Because it's already yours. It's just science. That's the best part, honey. Love you too. I was telling this to Maria yesterday. It's like, think about an apple. I just ate one, okay? thinking about eating an apple, the taste of it, the smell of it, the look of it, the crisp, the juice on your tongue, it's not the same as the apple. I mean, it's one and the same, but at the end of the day, we both know we got to get our fat asses up to go get that apple and eat it. But your thoughts and your feelings are very much as valid regarding what you want, even if it seems so delusional. They're as valid and real as the actual happening of what it is that you want to happen, what it is you want to create, what it is that you want to manifest. And because you're involuntarily manifesting the way that you involuntarily breathe, you have no choice. You can't demanifest it. It's just science. So just switch up a little bit about how you're thinking and feeling right now. There's no contact. You guys are in contact. And remember, you're always in contact with everybody because we're literally not separate. So how do you want them to think about you? How do you want them to feel about you, Canoe, okay? Yeah, a lot of people get lost in that. I keep thinking I have to do self-love to have the love in my life. But self-care is self-love. When you get up in the morning, you brush your teeth, floss them, rinse them. That's self-love. And eating a good meal it's enough as a feast. We get lost up in thinking we have to fix ourselves for something outside of us to give it to us. There's nothing outside of you to give it to you. You literally co-create with your creator, whatever you feel that is, even if it's just the dirt outside. Because our creator creates things that we can't create, that we can create things with. That's why you co-create this love story, this life. So that's why that saying, like, life is what you make it. And it's set off by your thoughts and your feelings. And I've tested it so many times through, just second guessing. Maybe I didn't follow my inner compass that day. It's good thinking or not. Yeah, some people might use inappropriate gifts, like think that maybe it's safe to use gifts that YouTube provides, but it might give some kind of element to it might give some kind of backdoor to security that might not be safe for people on YouTube. I know that there's been several times that I've seen people use gifts on Instagram, or because of gifts that are on Instagram, like you can post them. If you know what you're doing, I'm pretty sure you could trick people into thinking it was just a safe Instagram gift and lose your stuff. The dogs are at it again. Yeah, keep me updated. I'm here for you. YouTube copyright suspensions. Funny. Hi, Precious. Come here. I love it you. Where's your little girl? Where's Gypsy? Do you have to babysit her? There she is. There's your baby girl. Honey, come here. Okay, now I got both of you. Oh, don't jump, don't jump, don't jump. No, you can't sit on my lap too. I'm sorry, baby. My lap is not that big. There's 3 actually, but now there's 2 on my lap. Yeah. Ruby Ruski. That means Ruby the Russian. Oh, baby, don't fall, sweetheart. Why'd you jump backwards?
Is he in love with you and he can't get enough?
I got to take Gypsy to the vet because I want to make sure she doesn't have Cushing's. She's been going into these. It's like we can't figure it out. Is she going to be in heat? Is she not going to be in heat? Are we going to breed her? Are we not going to breed her? So she's got an appointment to go pretty soon. Because I don't know that she's going to ever be mature enough to be a mother. And I don't know that. Oh, big yawn. And I don't know that these silent heats are healthy for her. They're certainly not healthy for Rooney. I mean, you could clearly see she wants nothing to do with him, but she is in heat. She doesn't bleed normal like a dog should. She's actually never bled. So, and all of her siblings from her litter had the same problem, but worse, 10 times worse. She just happens to be the lucky, healthy one out of the bunch. So, got her vet appointment coming up because I think it's time to just get her fixed. I don't think I'm going to be breeding her. Ruby is her mommy, well, her adopted mommy, her whelping dog mommy. So Gypsy's mommy wanted nothing to do with Gypsy. So Ruby took her under her paw. Yeah. And Ruby is so I know you guys have probably heard of Russian wolf sable Pomeranians. She's in fact a Chihuahua. That's why I call her Ruby Ruski. And I know this dog's been through a lot of hell. Transported from Europe to America. And then forced to have 13 litters by the time she was the age 4. And then, and be a whelping dog. I mean, can you imagine? Then the lady's like, I'm going to take her, pay me $300 now, and I'm going to take her to the pound. Here, take all my money, just give me the dog and leave. That's what I did. Brought her home. We went to IHOP. They let me bring her in and feed her a steak. I don't know why. Maybe because it was like midnight, but it was fun. She's so cute. Hey, quit that. You, come here. Where do you belong? Where's your cookies? Here, protect your cookies. Protect them. Oops. So really the only thing that... No, no! Quit beating each other up! Okay, that's it. Whew, dogs cause problems. Yep. Pigs are the same way. Did you know that? They don't really, dogs and pigs don't really grow up, and really their mind frame is that much, very much of a toddler. Yeah. Incredibly smart animals. Are you back for a cuddle? Come here. God, you're so needy. So if anybody wants to get a free question or a paid reading, go ahead and do so soon, as I'm going to start the movie pretty soon and probably in the live after that if it stays slow. I'm just going to take a minute to go use the little girl's room and put this little sweet baby down in his doggy bed now that he's a little bit more. Oh my God, he's so cute. Sweetheart. I do have a video for you, Devin, too, that you might want to watch about inorganic beings. And I say inorganic beings because I've dealt with this kind of thing that you're asking me about, and help people with this kind of situation before. Okay, sweet angel. I'm just gonna go use the little girl's room and put him down. They beat him up pretty bad. The sad thing about Gypsy is that I think that she is a wonderful dog, but whatever's going on with her hormones is off, and she doesn't understand what's going on with her. He doesn't understand what's going on with her. It sets him off, and that's the only way I ever know if she is in some kind of heat. And then what it does is it makes her turn on him, and they're like best friends, and he's totally depressed about it. At least he ate tonight. I made him a hamburger. He was impressed, which means he's kind of getting a hold of himself. Come on, baby. Be right back. I'm back. So I guess Russia, has well, one person from inside information who has inside information said Russia has been cutting YouTube off slowly, and then finally the other day they stopped it. Well, not YouTube, but I guess Russia itself. But I did. I watched some YouTube video that was like posted just yesterday. That said one girl's still using it, but every single video on YouTube for anybody in Russia is at 144p. I mean, we haven't seen video quality like that in 20 years. It's very slow for some. I would imagine that they'll probably just cut it all off. I noticed that a lot of the famous rock stars YouTubes that are over there in Russia and who are in Ukraine, channels are just dead. It's so sad. Such good music, but at least we can still watch it. And I'm going to be sharing some bands from both countries that I think y'all will like and appreciate a lot. Right on. Is any signs of fall there yet? Because here in the deep south, it is. I've actually been seeing the signs since the end of July. There are leaves in the street. The trees haven't changed, but it's just there's going to be an early winter, so prepare yourself. Yeah, summer is your hibernation. I am. But yeah, I was saying that I am Princess Summer, Spring, Winter, Fall. I love all seasons. I want to get as much of the seasons as I can. Gosh, that's really good Burgundy. Yeah, I was just saying that I like all the. Hey, Buttercup, how are you? Welcome back to the chat. How have you been? I was just saying that I like all the seasons. I really appreciate them all. I want to get as much in as I can. Why are you climbing the laundry, dog? Wow. I think Ruby was one of those climbing goats in a past life. She would climb anything, even your legs, to get to your hands to pet her. She's such a silly dog. What are you doing? Please do not fall. Why there? My dogs are so weird. It must be the ghosts. Yeah, you can ask a yes or no. Don't forget to like the live. And thanks so much for your subscription. I appreciate it. Yeah, if anybody wants to ask a yes or no question or get a paid reading, go ahead and do so, because I'm going to show the movie soon, and then probably go to bed. Let's find out what you need to know. Spirit, what does Buttercup need to know about this question. Spirit says I got a sideways King of Cups. So while the upright it's yes, reversed it's no. This here in this situation is like, yeah, a maybe. So just expect it, okay? Don't wait around for it. Just be excited about expecting it and it happening. Okay? Spirit's only saying maybe because the way you're looking at it, the way you're feeling about it. Don't wait around for it. Okay? It's gonna happen. You're welcome, sweetheart. Keep me updated. Let me know how it goes. Do I believe in reptilian theory? Like you mean reptilian, the way that reptilians feel and think? How bugs are more of that kind of reptilian thought in mind? Like, do you mean like that, or do you mean like we came from reptiles? I believe that chickens. I think science proved that chickens were They used to be the Tyrannosaurus Rex. Gosh, before I was a vegetarian, I used to make jokes about it, like, you know. I won't eat any animals except chicken because it's their karma for being the Tyrannosaurus Rex. But as I got to know chickens better, I changed my mind. They're incredibly smart. They can live up to 25 years. They can remember. They're like crows in a way where they can remember up to 1,000 faces. I always like to wave at animals when I see them and smile. The look on their face is hilarious. Because I want them to remember me, because I remember them. Oh my God, Bernie, you're so cute, baby. Oh, kind of like that really old show V, where they would rip their skins off and be lizards underneath. Oh my God, it's so freaky. Yeah, it's a pretty cool show. I couldn't stomach it, but it's very cool. Indeed, it was a very cool show. And I've noticed that never again have I ever seen anything quite horrifying as V. I mean, Alien was okay, but V, like, I'm just watching this TV show and it's really old and it's cool, and then they start ripping their flesh off. I'm like, yeah, I'm so out of here, dude. Peace out. Let me get this video for you about inorganic beings. So here's an interesting video. I find this to be interesting. Bernie, I'm sorry she bit your face, sweet boy. Sweet. Now I've never seen this playlist, but I'm going to share it with you because I think I'm going to watch it later. Never watched it, but it would be interesting to watch something else other than that video I just shared. So there's some interesting stuff. Let's see.
When we speak about entities such as ghosts or poltergeists, what kinds of creatures are these really? Even when we speak about creatures that we consider to be quite flesh and blood, like Bigfoot or the Loch Ness Monster, could we sometimes be misidentifying what we see? Please do not believe that I am negating the existence of flesh and blood creatures like Bigfoot, or the existence of life beyond the grave like ghosts. What I am doing is presenting a seldom researched type of life form that exists on planet Earth. Inorganic beings are sentient awareness without biological corporealness. A sentient awareness that has the possibility of focused attention and is encased in an energetic structure that is not biological. Some practitioners of the occult realized long ago that we share the Earth with a type of life that modern science believes to be completely impossible. These inorganic beings share this Earth with us and are far more aware of us than we are of them. While there seems to be a large chasm between us, that is, they do seem to exist within their own separate universe, they can nevertheless come through this thin membrane that separates our two worlds and interact with us.
Yep.
These aware beings that exist without physical clothing often get a bad rap. The reason for this is that their sustenance can sometimes make them rather dangerous company.
Yep.
They need to consume just like we do, but while we consume our energy by ingesting other biological life forms for the most part, they consume their energy directly, that is, they consume their energy in raw energetic form. While most can survive quite easily on the energetic food supplied by the Earth itself, some do covet, or require, the extra power that they can consume from living organic entities. Specifically, they crave emotional energy.
Yep.
Human beings generate great amounts of emotional force, and this emotional force is highly coveted by them, because unlike us they cannot create this form of intensity themselves. While they seem...
So what it's saying, Devin, at the end of the day, is basically that you've got these beings, and they live literally off of your emotional support system, okay? Especially your emotional support system regarding anything negative, because they cannot create that energy for themselves. They cannot, they're not able to do what we are able to do. They're inorganic.
Almost inert energetically, during most of their life cycle, we organic beings shine like bright lights compared to them. Human beings are of course a great source of this energy, because of our unstable emotional demeanor. Fear and terror are what attract these creatures the most, but any large emotional output is sufficient to attract their attention. While most of these creatures go about their business without much desire to interact with humanity at all, there are some that specialize in feeding off of the emotional energy that they can get from us. They can't, to my knowledge, hurt a human being directly, but they can nevertheless scare one to death through the manipulation of his or her awareness. This is a tricky situation really, because while they might not be able to actually hurt a person physically, they can make that person feel like they are being hurt for real. I believe that many of the reports of paranormal phenomena are actually these inorganic beings interacting either accidentally or purposefully with human beings. As I said, I do not mean to deny the existence of ghosts, for example, but I do believe that some of these ghost reports are actually inorganic beings that...
And I will have to agree with him, and that's why when I do the ghost hunting or put the spirit box on or the REMpod, I always ask good spirits only. And very rarely will we get an Henri 1. We've gotten them before, but I know how to deal with them. I deal with them, and they don't come back. To mind your thoughts and your feelings are going to be very, very important in regards to your strict mental diet with this, okay? Or anything like that, even if it's just a ghost entity, supernatural or hypernatural. So at the end of the day, what are you telling yourself about the haunting or attachment that you think you have? What are you telling yourself about it? Okay. And what are you telling it to it? What are you telling to it? Because these things, all you have to do is tell it to go away. And it has no choice but to. It has no choice. It has no choice to listen but to listen.
The witness is confused with departed spirits. The interesting thing about these high-level inorganic beings is that given the presence of intense emotional energy, they can take on the form of just about anything that suits their needs. While some Bigfoot reports, for example, might be quite legitimate, other reports could actually be inorganic beings, taking on this form in order to create a huge terror response from the human that is witnessing the phenomena. They seem to have the ability to look within the minds of people and create the form of something that the person expects to see. If we expect to see horned demons when we enter a certain place or make our way through a dark forest, then this is what we will see when we run into an inorganic being. If we expect to see a big hairy creature, a wood sprite, or a gray alien, this is what we will see, and they will manipulate our awareness to get as much emotional energy from this encounter as possible. As I said, this does not mean that all sightings of Bigfoot are inorganic beings. What it means is that there is another wrinkle that we must consider whenever we are hunting for the unknown. These inorganic creatures seem to have...
Well, yeah, and you know that about yourself now, so know now that you can actually find people who are professionals to help you with your anger management while you're dealing with the other side of it spiritually. Because you're the one that has to believe that you have the power, that you are in control, okay? Not them. And it makes you, that those kind of energies make you want to feel hopeless, helpless, angry, lost, terrified. I've had so many friends experience this. And one of my friends had to completely drop off the map and completely off the grid so he could find himself again in a place where he would have solitude away from, not solitude from people, but from the things that wherever he was, it was triggering him to create that anger, that sadness, that, you know what I mean? Also, at the same time, he was manic depressive and was to the point where he was like, I don't want to take my medicine because I'm afraid aliens make it. Okay, don't take your medicine, but please eat some bananas and raisins. But once he got all that settled and figured out, and he was able to really get into a place where he felt more strong, secure, that he had the power to just turn his back on it. But he was very much fearful of it.
Been around long.
And so just think about, grief counseling, anger management, maybe write down the things that trigger you when you're experiencing whatever it is you're experiencing with them or the anger, so you can be aware of it, because you want to correct it so that you can be the best version of yourself and have, of course, ultimately what everybody wants, which is just to be happy.
Before we got to this earth, and will most likely be around far longer than us.
I see they've been around for
Some occult practitioners have learned to work with these creatures. Usually ceremonial magic that depends on calling forth and trying to bind a demon or god to do your bidding is actually a methodology designed to work with these creatures. I personally do not usually recommend this kind of methodology because working with such powerful inorganic beings can be a dangerous thing in the wrong environment. These creatures are older, smarter, and far more patient than any man or woman. Unless it's in the dream condition, where I am bound to run across some of these curious creatures, I would just avoid them if I can help it. There also have been, and there still are, certain groups that worship these creatures. Usually, This type of worship will involve a sacrifice, or some kind of complex and highly animated ceremony. What is happening here is that the worshippers are feeding this inorganic being. If it is a sacrifice, then the inorganic creature is feeding from the great amount of adrenal and emotional energy given off by the animal as it dies. This creature is not feeding on the blood. The blood is just the symbol of organic life, which the worshippers work with. The inorganic being, though, is only interested in the bioenergy given off by the dying animal, and the revved up worshippers partaking in the ceremony. In the case of an animated ceremony, the inorganic being is just being fed by the great burst of emotion and energy that the worshippers are able to generate through dancing, or some kind of self-flagellation. Their existence of inorganic creatures is not a secret to some, but modern man, with his rational contemplations, finds the existence of these beings to be utterly impossible. As such, you will be hard-pressed to find information on them anywhere, except perhaps as reference, where they are mislabeled as gods, demigods, cryptids of all kinds, ghosts, poltergeists, demons, etc. I believe that much, not all, of the alien abduction phenomena is a result of these creatures. The best way to identify such a creature, as opposed to perhaps a paranormal encounter of a more solid kind, is to see how much this encounter seems to rely on an emotional response from you. If, for example, you encounter a cryptid that seems to be more interested in terrorizing you, or torturing you in some way, than to just getting the heck out of the way, you are most likely dealing with an inorganic being. If you could manage it, see what happens when you completely turn off all emotional response. An inorganic being without the emotional force that you are emitting would essentially fade away, turn into a vapor-like substance, or perhaps even a glowing orb. It's a big wrinkle, I know, with many overlaps into quite legitimate paranormal phenomenon of a different kind. Researching the paranormal is not an easy thing, but anyone trying to understand this field should be aware of these creatures, or else it will be impossible for this person to make any headway, without finding incredible contradictions in their recorded data or experiments. It is also the case that as a private individual, who is witnessing these supernatural events, that you also try to identify these inorganic entities, so that you are able to deal with them in the proper manner. If you are interested in finding out more about inorganic beings, then may I suggest the book, Vampire's Way to Psychic Self-Defense. In it I have given a more detailed description of inorganic beings in general. For example, the fact that they come in different shapes and sizes. The fact that while some can actually be intellectually superior to us, there are many that can be quite simplistic and animal-like in nature. I dedicate a chapter to specifically talk about predatory non-organic beings, and how to beat them at their own game. If you are interested, I will leave a link in the description below.
I think it's interesting that he did not explain that all you have to do is just tell them to go away and they will. You'll probably see it in the first link that I gave you. You'll hear the guy talk about it somewhere. But were you ever aware of inorganic beings to begin with? And you heard what he said at the end, that many people will go through many trials until they realize that these exist, and then all the puzzle pieces kind of come together for them. Hey, Metal Rain, how are you, sweetheart? Okay, so Warren Buffett has just sent a $277 billion warning to stock investors. So maybe Galatians was right. Maybe the stock market is going to crash this fall and all the everything's going to change. Weird. Interesting. And we're talking about inorganic beings. Interesting stuff. Really? Interesting. Are you sure she was there? Did you call? Did you knock on the door? Wow, the Higgs particle could have ended the universe by now, but here's why we're still here. I gotta read that. You didn't knock on her door, sweetie? Oh, okay. Excuse me. Excuse me. Oh no. Okay. Yeah, sounds like the same problem my neighbor had. Everyone had the code to his apartment. And then next thing I know, everybody's here to arrest him for something someone else did in his apartment. Have you texted her tonight just to see if she's okay? Okay. So only new possessions, Devin. Okay. You should, though, just to see if she's all right. Okay. Bad people, I know what you meant. Well, let's hope she didn't end up like Sarah. Okay. I still think you should check on her. Make sure she's alive, at least. Does it make you feel like anxious to not hear back from her and to then text back if you haven't heard from her once? Interesting. Yeah, maybe she's not home. Where else would she go, though? Douchebags? Okay, you want to get down a little bit? Excuse me. Oh, excuse me. I haven't had much sleep this weekend. All right, I'm back. Her AC or your AC is not working today.
Me?
No, I'm talking to somebody else. hers. Ugh. Yeah, she's not there. Her air conditioner ain't working. Unless she's in someone else's apartment. But their air conditioner's probably not working either. Gosh. This can't be safe for y'all. All right, good night. Be safe. Thanks so much for coming by. We can just do a reading or something about it all whenever you feel better and you're rested. Probably better to be well rested for it if you want. I need 2 mail ring. If you want to do a reading on it, let me know. We can. Oh, God. God, I can't believe it. I can't believe that. I mean, and the AC, I guess, has to be professionally cleaned, correct? After something like that.
You have to have the license to handle air conditions.
Yeah, I know that. Don't you hate when that happens? I'm not sure what bank account you have, but I'm really thankful that my particular bank, they give you some time to cover a payment if it's insufficient. So you don't get that insufficient fee right away. But you can always still do a yes or no as well. Because she broke it, management doesn't want to fix it. That seems against the law. It's government housing. I'm not sure she's telling you the truth. There. By law, especially if it's government housing and not private property, like it belongs to the government, either somebody's being an asshole and lying to her or she's lying to you. But I think at the end of the day, it's them lying to her. Maintenance doesn't want to fix it. So they're just not going to put the order in because she's pissed them off, obviously. Rooney, stop it. Please do not do that. Put it away and lay down now. Sorry, I shouldn't have shouted. I should have put her on mute first. Be a good boy and lay down. Thank you. God, he's being so bad. The thermostat probably just needs batteries. I rarely yell at my dog, but he's over here trying to hump a vintage stuffed toy, so I need to get it. Quit it. Just quit it.
He's going to shower. Take him out.
Yeah. Just give me a break. Take your dog with you in the other room so that my dog can chill out, please. Come here. Come on. Let's watch a movie. So the dog's got in a fight today. They bit his face off practically. And he's just been very emotionally overwhelmed by it all since it's happened. And I'm just like, ugh. So I told my dad, take your dogs into your room so I can chill out with my dog. Let me turn the lights down so that we can watch the movie. I'm going to watch the movie. I wasn't capable of really getting on YouTube today because I've been caregiving for people and the dogs. I hate that she's mean to her dog. I hope she will. For her dog. For her dog's sake.
Good evening, kiddies. I just had quite a scare. I actually thought my heart was beating again. Tonight's twisted tale is a villainous voyage, a murderous medical madness that screams out the consequences of getting too nosy with your neighbors. So the next time you stare into someone's window, remember, curiosity killed the cat. Oh, I know. You're Anyway, there we were. Two perfect strangers, completely and totally unknown to each other, who happened to be standing in the same exact street corner at the same exact moment in time. I mean, if I'd stopped to look in the store window, if Paul's elevator had been 1 minute faster or slower, we never would have met. It's a miracle. It is. I think so. Don't you? It was definitely lucky. The luckiest moment of my life.
This is our cue to say goodnight. Good night and happy anniversary.
Good night. I can't wait to get out of this costume.
Good night.
Good night. Good night. Thank you. Bye-bye. You know what?
Yes, I do. I do. Totally. Wild.
Oh, I got you something. I hid it so you wouldn't find it.
You're not interested in having this conversation. Who are you? Don't walk away from me like that. I don't care if you have a headache. I'm fucking asking for a price. This is important. You're all dolled up, lived out God knows how long, and you want to go home after 15 minutes because you said everyone ever. Don't shush me! I don't think you're chattering. I had fun at that party. I wanted to stay there. I wanted to stay there for a whole evening. kind of a person are you? Do something like that. I'm having a conversation with you, and I'm just gonna.
Happy anniversary, sweetheart. Susie, what's the matter? What's the matter? What's going on? Baby, what happened? Talk to me. Oh, it's all right. It's all right. Just take a deep breath. Oh, okay. It's okay. Everything's gonna be okay. I'll get a doctor. I'll get a doctor. I brought the doctor.
Sit down, Mrs. Hastings. Sit down on the couch where I can get a better look at you.
Honey, you know Dr. Trask. He lives across the courtyard from us.
Tell me again what happened.
I was gone 5 minutes at the most. When I came back, she was just standing out there. She couldn't talk. She could hardly move. It was like, I don't know, somebody put a spell on her. She hasn't spoken a word since.
And where did you say she was standing exactly when you found her in this state?
Out there, looking out on the balcony.
What is it, Doctor? Mr. Hastings? I'm going to need your help. Hold your wife, Mr. Hastings. I need to give her something.
What is that? What are you giving her?
Just a mild sedative.
It'll be all right. Whatever it is, it'll be all right.
We should run some tests as quickly as possible. We can take her to Long Hill.
It's all right, Susie. You're in the hospital. We put you in the jacket so you couldn't hurt yourself. They just want to keep you overnight for observation.
Mr. Hastings, please sign.
She's still having some difficulty speaking. Is it shock or some kind of stroke?
Your wife has suffered a harrowing ordeal. She's tired. She's fragile. Give her time.
But what happened? What should I do?
You should go home and try to get some sleep.
Just can't leave her
Mr.
here.
Hastings, I assure you she's safe here with me. In the morning, I'll run some tests, and then you'll have a clearer idea of what is disturbing her. Call me tomorrow. Please go now. Let her rest until tomorrow. This is Trask in room 19. Mr. Hastings is leaving now. Please show him out.
I gotta go now, Susie. Dr. Trask is here to take care of you. And I'll be back in the morning.
I got her.
Gently, gently, please, Mr. Hastings. I'll take care of this. You can go right here. Desk. A heart condition. Too much excitement, too much noise, too much talking. Aggravates it terribly.
Really?
I could attempt to
I
explain
remember
myself.
that guy. I love that show, Happy Days. I used to
But
watch
if you
it
don't mind, I think I'll just skip the self-justification.
with my mom and my dad.
You are, of course, in a sanatorium. The last grievous stop of the irretrievably insane. A small, private sanatorium, of which I am both director and chairman of the board. And according to my diagnosis, you are also a dangerous psychotic who needs to be saved from herself. Yes, I know it does seem unfair, but that is what you get when you intrude so rudely into another's life. You may unclench your nervous knees. I have no interest in defiling you. I try to keep that sort of thing to a minimum here at Long Hill.
Desk.
This is Trask in 19. Mrs. Hastings is ready for her medication now. Good night, Susan. Something remarkable has happened to your wife. Something profound and traumatic. And since she is either
Good night.
unable or unwilling
Watch
to
the
tell us
rest of this
herself,
and then
we have no choice but to wait
probably go
Wait for
sleep
what?
myself.
until she snaps out of it. It could be tomorrow, or it could take years.
You're a good hungry girl, yes? Not like the other ones. A little more. That's good. Carrots are good for the nerves. They make good, strong brain cells.
What's he doing to make her better? To get her out of that god-awful jacket?
I came out of the bathroom.
Oh.
Susie was out on the terrace. I
Oh,
went out.
Polly. In 13 years of working at a medical research laboratory,
Oh,
I
shut
had
up.
never heard of anyone who went from sane to insane in the space of 5 minutes. That just does not happen.
Dolores, you should see her. She can't talk. She doesn't know where she is or who I am. She came at me with a golf club.
Well, what do you know about this doctor anyway?
Jesus.
Hey, a word to the wise from your big sister. Check him out. That's all I'm saying. If it were me, I'd leave no stone unturned. I'd make damn sure Susie was in the right hands.
God! What's happened to her?
I'm sorry, Mr. Hastings, but I'm beginning to worry. There's been no change at all. Perhaps there's something you haven't told me.
Like what?
The two of you were celebrating your wedding anniversary that evening. Sometimes the first few years of married life, the noise, the constant yammering.
What are you suggesting? That we weren't happy? We were happy. We had our problems, but everybody has problems.
Of course you were happy.
Susie was always normal. As normal as you or me.
The psyche is like a kaleidoscope. One shift, the slightest turn can affect everything. What was once quiet and familiar can become terrible and terrifying. I believe that this is what has happened to your wife.
I don't believe it.
Yes, Doctor.
Mr. Hastings will be leaving now.
I'll be back.
A husband could become extremely disadvantageous to the patient, arrested, development, paranoid fantasies, psychosexual malfunctions. He could disrupt treatment. From now on, I will be monitoring his visits personally.
I understand, Doctor.
It's all right, Susie. Everything's gonna be all right. I'll find out what happened. And you'll come back. You'll come home to me.
Oh, please. That will be all. Mr. Hastings, what can I do for you?
I want to see Susie.
Of course.
No! No TV! I want to see Susie in person. Missed you so much. I keep going back to that night. Rewinding the tape over and over. I'm in the bathroom looking for the bracelet. You're alone. When I come out, you're frozen. But something about it is all wrong. What? Something happened when I was in the bathroom. It had to have something in the living room. A phone call? Someone called and I didn't hear it. Outside, you saw something outside. You saw something outside. You saw something, and that's why you can't talk.
You saw something. What was it? Something terrible. Was it anyone I know?
The doctor. Trask. You saw Trask. Oh, shit.
Congratulations, Mr. Hastings. You'd be very good at charades if you weren't about to die. I've sent Mr. Hastings home. You may bolt the gates. You see, I have to do this in self-defense. Oh, love. Once again, it complicates everything.
All fed and bathed now. Time for a little pill and a nice long nap. Good afternoon, Doctor.
Desk? Frankly, I'm too fragile for all this excitement. My heart is too weak for so much violence. Consequently, I've arranged to operate on you. Shall we say, a lobotomy? Of course, you and I both know that you won't survive the surgery. This little situation of ours must be resolved. Absolutely. It's so lovely in here with you, Susan. So quiet. Morning, Susan. I thought I'd come retrieve you myself. I'm going to release you from your straitjacket now. Please. Please. Call desk. My bills. Please. You can't speak.
Oh, yes, I can.
Please. My pills, call desk. Oh, please. My pills. I'll die without them. I can't breathe. Please. Please, you can't just
Hang on, you welcome back.
stand there. Watch me.
You're watching
I want to watch you.
Crypt people.
You deserve to die.
Murderer.
Like you.
Like you.
Awesome. love popcorn.
This is Mrs. Hastings, the patient in number 19. There's been a horrible accident. Dr. Trask is dead. Dead. Dead.
There's Houdini when you need him. Well, that was quite a scream, wasn't it, kids? And what a surprise for poor Dr. Trask. There's a villain with a heart. A cat, that is. Just when he thought he was going to silence Susan forever, she walked all over him. I suppose you're wondering what became of Susan. If you give me a scream, I might just tell you.
Yes, you can have a yes or no. Yeah. Wow. So, according to history with the TV show, the same eyes that the Crypt keeper has, same eyes that the Tacobox has. But supposedly, the Crypt keeper is like Enoch or something. He's God and then part goblin or something. I don't know. But yeah, you can have a yes or no. I always thought it was a girl. You couldn't convince me that it's a boy.
I tell you, ladies and germs, that ghoul friend of mine makes me so crazy. She told me she thought you looked good in something long and flowing.
2024?
So I threw her in the Mississippi. And how about that Ernest Hemingway? Always shooting his mouth off. Ooh. Hello? Anybody? I know you're out there, folks. I can hear you bleeding. Is this on? I know what this crap wants. A little slay on words. Maybe a couple of nasty fright gags. Something along the lines of tonight's nasty nugget. It's a little tale about marriage.
I recognize
or if you prefer, about wife and death. I call it.
Yes, sweetheart, he did fall
Two
asleep.
for the show.
10 of Pentacles.
So I get up and I say, hey, screw making a lot of stupid product improvements that nobody cares about. You know what I'm saying here? I mean, why spend all that money when for nothing we can find ways to sell what's there in all those markets that never thought of buying our stuff in the first place? I mean, that is brilliant. And still, catching flack from morons like Quinlan.
You're welcome, Steve.
I mean, this dickhead thinks that just because he went and commissioned some goddamn feasibility study, that everyone should back off, you know? I mean, like, the whole thing was his idea in the first place. I mean, can you believe this guy? So anyway, I said to Quimby, look, you asshole, I'm going to fight you on this. I'm going to fight you all the way to the goddamn board of directors if I have to. And you know what he said? He said, I don't care. So I said to him, okay, fine, pal, be that way, because one of these days, I'm going to be a vice president, and when that day comes, I'm going to squash you like the insect that you are. This is really good. You should have seen the look on his face. And then, I forgot to tell you, there's a big cocktail party Sunday afternoon. I know, you hate these weekend things, but this one is really important.
I have something to say to you, Andy.
And you know what? I'd like you to try harder to be more social. You know what I mean? It's not about liking people or not liking people. You know what I mean?
I'm leaving you, Andy.
You know, if you want, I'll make a list of things for you to talk about. That way you won't... What?
I said I'm leaving you. I want a divorce.
You what?
All you care about anymore is work. I want passion. I want hot sex on a white sand beach. I want to have a little fun and adventure while I'm still young enough to enjoy it.
All right. What's this really about? What, you want me to increase your allowance? Is that it?
I don't want money, Andy. I want out. You want to know that I've been having an affair?
An affair?
I'm in love. And I can't tell you how great it feels. We're running away together. There's nothing you can do about it.
Who is he?
It's nobody you know.
I want the name.
Why? What are you gonna do? Squash him like an insect? You're not the man I married, Andy. And if you are, I didn't know it. Either way, the thought of spending the rest of my life with you is just too damn depressing. If anybody wants me, I'll be in Chicago.
Okay, you're serious. I can see that now. But look, you gotta work with me on this, okay?
I'm not negotiating with you, Andy. I don't want anything except a life.
So what are you gonna do? You're just gonna walk out on me?
The way I see it, Andy, you walked out on me years ago. When was the last time we made love? Can you even remember?
Don't do this to me, Emma. You know what kind of schmuck I'm gonna look like?
That's what really bothers you, isn't it? Well, let me put your mind to rest. You already look like a schmuck, because you are a schmuck.
Schmuck? Who's a schmuck? Huh?
No, put your hands up, take your notes.
Bitch! You want passion, Emma? How's this?
Oh God, what is this?
Come here.
Police department? Are you sure it was a scream?
That's right. You're absolutely right. You know what? I don't care anymore. And I'm tired of talking to hell with me. No, to hell with you.
Right. But you're sure it was a scream? Mm-hmm. You say they would good apartments. Do you know which unit? The Conways. Okay, we'll send someone over. Shit. There I was thinking I'd get some paperwork done. Hey, could you and your wife argue a little more quietly?
Yeah, we'll work on it. What was that call just now?
Some woman. Says she heard a fight next door, and then a scream, and then nothing.
Did I hear the name Conway?
Yeah.
They in Wood Glen, Unit 402?
Matter of fact, you know?
Don't think so.
Wait, what are you doing?
I'm on it. I want to see what this guy looks like.
What is with you? Your shift ended over an hour ago. You're supposed to be going on vacation tomorrow with your wife?
I said I was going fishing. I didn't say anything about taking my wife.
trying to stuff Tracy Lords in a box?
Open up, police department.
Oh.
I'll be there in a minute.
Well, she must have rigor mortis, so she's all frozen up. That doesn't make sense. Maybe it's some time for maybe it's a bit realistic.
I'm Officer Fine. I got a call from one of your neighbors who said they heard a scream. Mind if I come in?
No, not at all. The scream? Really?
Is your wife here?
No, she left. Actually, for good. We had an argument. I guess that's what my neighbor. Which neighbor did you say it was?
I didn't. Did you go to a friend's house? Someplace we can reach her?
Actually, she's on her way to Chicago.
Chicago?
Yeah, she has family there. Look, officer, you know how it is. We had a fight, got loud, she packed the bag and she left.
What's the deal with this?
Oh, I cut myself shaving.
Mm-hmm. Mind if I look around?
No, not at all. It's like I said, I cut myself shaving. We keep the towels in the trunk.
Right. Marysville High. You go to high school around here?
No, I didn't.
Did your wife?
No, we moved here from Chicago about 5 years ago. Thanks.
It's a bubble bath, all right?
Yeah, you'd be amazed how relaxing they are. Especially after a long day.
So when your wife gets to Chicago, I'd like you to have her give us a call.
I'll do that, officer. The minute I hear from her.
Thanks for talking to us. Oh, when the other guys get here?
Other guys?
Yeah, standard procedure bullshit. Just tell them I was here already. And, of course, they'll probably want to look around for themselves. That's what we're paying for. It's been nice talking to you.
I don't remember this episode. Look at what he just did to Tracy Lords. Oh no! I can't do
Looks like you'll be making that trip to Chicago after all.
Passenger C1. Passenger C1, please come to bank area.
No, I'm like.
Here you go, sir.
I know.
Yeah, I want to book this through to Chicago. Fill this out for me, please.
Train number 311 from New York City, now arriving at platform 6. Train number 311 from New York City, now arriving at platform 6.
All done?
Yes.
Thank you very much. Show that when you get to Chicago and you're all set. You have a nice trip, sir.
Thank you.
Okay, bye-bye.
Fine, all right, don't worry about it.
Mr. Conway. Officer Fine. I was at your apartment earlier this evening.
All right. I didn't recognize you. That's the point. Do a little plain clothes work. You, going somewhere?
Yeah, Hey, Mister, that trunk you're taking to Chicago, you forgot to fill out your name and address. And I tell you, if these things get lost, they get lost for good. There's no way they trace it back to you. Here you go.
Thank you.
You know, it's a funny thing, officer, but just after you left, my wife called. And she got to Chicago, and we made up. So now I'm going to Chicago to meet her. Like a second honeymoon. Right. That's nice.
Might want to think about boarding now, sir. Your train's gonna leave as soon as I get these bags on.
You know, he's right. Right. Hey, come on. I'll walk you.
Get a seat near the back of the car.
Did my best to Chicago, huh?
Great, thank you. I'll get it for you.
Shit. Guess they would son of a bitch.
All right.
Train gets in Chicago around 6 a.m. For luck. Long time no see, huh? You going to Chicago? Yep. In case I'm working on it. I can't really talk about it. I can't tell you how much I like happy endings. I mean, in my line of work, things don't always turn out so good. You're a very lucky man. What did you and your wife fight about in the first place?
Oh, she said I wasn't paying enough attention to her.
Is that right? My wife's the exact opposite. Thinks I pay too much attention to her. You know what I mean?
Well, that's nice. If you have the time.
Well, you gotta make the time. Thing is, what's a guy supposed to do when his lady just isn't interested?
I don't know. What do you do?
I'm asking you. I don't know. I mean, maybe marriage is the problem. People can be together too long, you know. I mean, take me. I've known my wife since high school. Can I ask you a personal question? You don't have to answer if you don't want to. I mean, it's not like you're under oath or anything.
No, sure.
Let's say you're gonna murder your wife. How would you do?
Hurt her.
Oh, come on. You telling me you never thought about killing your wife?
We all have.
Hey, lighten up, will you? I'll tell you what. I'm gonna tell you how you kill your wife, okay? Well, you don't look like a shooter. And you're not the stabbing type. It's a bad idea anyway, from a cop's point of view. I mean, that blood just spatters in all the strangest places. Places you wouldn't even think of when you're trying to clean up afterwards.
Look, I love my wife.
I got it. I think you'd strangle your wife with your bare hands, maybe. In a moment of rage. Am I getting you?
You know, I haven't had anything to eat today. So if you'll excuse me.
How could anybody eat?
I'll keep an eye on your seat for you.
After that.
Boy, that looks good. What is that, meatloaf? You know, it's funny, but when you said you were going to get something to eat, I got hungry, which is weird because I usually get travel sick, you know. I end up throwing everything up. But that smells so good. You mind if I taste a little bit of it? That is good. I think I might
Unless you're not going to eat yours. Thanks. I don't know why I'm so chatty with you. It's strange, but I feel like we have a lot in common. What's wrong? You look a little pale. How much of this stuff did you eat? I'm fine. See that guy back there? Now, does he seem like the kind of guy who's running $5 million worth of drugs? Drugs? You see? The airlines ain't safe anymore. You know, they got the metal detectors and shit. So now these guys, they're running drugs on the rails. That guy, this train, that's a case I'm working on. Really? That's what you've been working on? It's amazing, isn't it? Nothing's sacred to them scumbags. What's so funny? Oh, it's just, I mean, you know, running drugs on a train. I mean, it just seems so stupid. You know, it's like, who would have thought it? You know?
Oh my God, are they eating after each other?
Oh, how long have you been working on this? Oh, a long time. Very long time. But today's big day. Yeah? See, what that guy doesn't know is a whole bunch of FBI agents are going to be getting on in Peoria. FBI? Really? And they go through this train inch by inch before we get to Chicago. Every car, every nook, every cranny, every bag. Took weeks just to get the goddamn search warrants. All bags? All of them. T-minus 22 minutes and counting. You know, I think there is something wrong with that meatloaf. I gotta get some air. Excuse me. You okay?
Yeah, I think I need a drink after that scene.
It's like I told you. I just needed some air. Peoria. Right on time. Can I tell you something? You made a real bad mistake with the ring. The ring. The high school ring. I mean, maybe it's a little different for you big city types, but out here, high school ring still means something. Marysville High, class of 77. I still wear it with pride. And when I give one of these things to someone, it means something. You see, I think someone gave that ring to your wife. And I don't buy for a second that she'd leave it behind. You're the guy that's been having an affair with my wife. What exactly are you going to find when we open up your trunk? You're not going to find anything. I doubt that. Go to hell. You want to see what's in my trunk? Come on. I'll show you. Fine. These are your FBI guys? I lied. You're the case, asshole. Oh, yeah? Well, I'm afraid I'm going to have to break your heart. Oh, go ahead. Break it. That is your trunk, right? Yeah, that's my trunk, and that's the ID card I filled out. He saw me do it.
I don't know what's in that trunk. Oh, that is not his.
You know, I don't know what I do with that key. Open it up. No problem. Thank you. That can't be. That body hacked to pieces in your trunk? Seems pretty clear to me. That's not my wife. This isn't my trunk. I threw mine off the train. You're full of shit. I was with you the whole time. You never left my side. Who's lying? Why didn't you tell him about the affair you were having with my wife? And about the ring that you gave? That ring under your bed was a woman's ring. It was my wife's. My wife gave it to your wife when they started seeing each other. That's my wife in your trunk. Not you didn't know. Admit it! You found out your wife was leaving you for another woman. You went to search. Decided to get some revenge. That's why you murdered my wife, isn't it?
No, that's not true.
What are you saying? That you didn't kill anybody?
No, I mean, yes, I killed my wife.
Now where's her body?
It's in the trunk. I threw up the train.
You saying you killed them both?
No,
You lying sack of shit. You better get your story straight now. Juries have a habit of frying perjurers. That you murdered my wife, and that's a fact. Get out of my sight before I kill you.
No, he's lying. You set me up. He set me up.
What a crazy son of a bitch. You think maybe he killed them both? Nah, his wife left him. She was on flight to Cancun and checked it out this morning. I don't know what's worse, to find out your wife was cheating on you, or find out someone snuffed her. I tell you what, they both suck. There's an express home. Runs through here in an hour, so who wants to get your ticket? No. I think I'm gonna rent me a car. I need to take some time. Life can be such a grind. You know, Emma, you don't look so bad for a woman who's been hacked up and thrown off a train.
That Barney's my kind of guy. He comes up with a plan, but it's Andy who has to hatch it. I guess it's true what they say. Better dead than wed. Time for my finish. Now that's what I call bombing. Take my life, please.
Oh boy. Well, that was interesting, to say the least. All right. I think it's time for coughing. Coughing my brains out after smoking some CBD. Spirit, can we get a free collective message? What do we need to know about now and the not too distant future? Balance. Trusting the process, trusting yourself, following your inner compass in that Queen of Pentacles and the Emperor. So, yeah. Self-care is self-love. It's Sunday Fun Day. So, I feel like these cards are like, relax. Like the way a king or a queen would today. Hey, Texas, how are you? How have you been? Happy Saturday night. What are you up so late for? were just watching the Crypt Keeper. That last episode was terror horrifying. Right on. Yep, I'm having a glass now. A glass of some French Burgundy. Have you watched it? Is it good? Is there anything wise we can learn about it? What's inside your mind, Rooney? A nap? A nap after the girls beat you up? Oh, sweet dreams to you too, Maria. Sweet dreams. Okay. We'll have to watch that, won't we? We need to watch a doggy movie together. All about starring doggies. Yeah. He's like, I don't care. Where's my gypsy? Talk to you tomorrow, sweetheart, too. Rest well. Oh, good. That's so good to hear. I'm so happy that you got a good follow-up on the senior dog. Rooney's going to be... he's going to be... Let me see. Calculator. I think he's going to be 14. Oh, he's going to be 13. He's going to be 13. Oh, it's been a month. Wow. Oh. I wonder how that happened. Thank goodness. I didn't think so. They're so cute. So, Ruby Ruske and Baby Gypsy beat up Rooney today because poor Gypsy, poor little ninja Gypsy one. I'm worried that she has Cushing's. I'm praying she doesn't. All her siblings did. They had hormonal problems where they would never go out of heat. Okay, whereas she has had pretty normal cycles, but she's never bled and all her cycles have been silent. The only way that I can tell that she's in heat is if Rooney's acting crazy. So think about Dot Matrix, Princess Vespa, and that guy that Princess Vespa liked in the Spaceballs. Like Ruby is Dot, Gypsy's Vespa, and she's the virgin alert, Ruby. And it's so funny because she will not let Rooney around her. Don't you even look at her, or I'll beat you up. And then they both ganged up on him because he was, So I need to, so I have made an appointment to have her checked up, see what the next thing is to do. Can't have her fixed because either she's always in a silent heat or she's in some kind of state where she's getting ready to go back in it or just out of one. And I do not know how to deal with that. I know that when a female gets in heat, you have to have her fixed at least a month before you're expecting a heat cycle, or at least a month after the heat cycle. So it's been very difficult to catch one because it's silent heat cycles. She doesn't bleed like a normal female dog should in any way, shape, or form. So She's getting a little checkups in here. He's 12, yeah. How old is your dog? 12 too? Or did you say he was a little bit older? I wish I could just sleep all day tomorrow or today. Yeah, that's right. So he's the same age as Rooney, that's right. Yeah, that's Rooney, he's younger. Hey John, how are you? Oh, that's 5. Pretty good, pretty good. Thanks so much for asking, John. Your job closed, mine too. You will. You will. I was just gonna say that. Have you looked for anything remotely? I bet it is pointless. You're right. I believe it is pointless. Definitely, yeah. I'm like doing the same thing. Although I don't know, I've been sitting here for a really long time, and I had to take some aspirin Tylenol combo between the 2 hours. So I'm really anxious to get offline, to get out of this chair, because actually, literally, after 30 to 40 minutes of sitting in this chair, I have to get up and move. Standing up literally feels better than sitting down. It's crazy. And I'm like, okay, I'm just going to I'm going to stand up sleeping from now on. I'm just going to chain myself to the wall, and so I won't fall when I'm sleeping. It's ridiculous that I feel better standing up than I do sitting down lately. But I'm going to a doctor in a couple of weeks for it. So hopefully the new orthopedic doctor can help, though. The last orthopedic doctor's like, oh, we can't do anything for you. You're going to be disabled the rest of your life. I'm like, yeah, right. So, I've gone a little bit of time thinking, feeling, better, thank God, than the state I was in. But I'm still in crutches. And that's a bit strange. But the pain I'm experiencing after all this time, it's been, a year, almost 2 years now since I've been doing the lives. And, either the doctor's going to tell me to get a better chair, or I'm going to have surgery or something like that, probably. Hopefully I won't have to have surgery, though. Hopefully they'll just give me some good medical attention without having to put me under the knife. Chiropractic work, maybe something different than just the minimal orthopedic workouts they gave me before. Yeah, I don't think it's a bad chair. I think it's just my body. It's so stupid because, like, the doctor I'm going to, like, I'm having a problem with the shoulders, the hips, and the knees, and the elbows, and the left foot. And he's like, I can only do one part at a time, and I only do certain body parts. I'm like, great. So I can't go there and have, the knee and the shoulder, or the knee and the foot, or just have to do, like, one thing. So even though the hip is probably worse than the knee, because the engine was in my lap, the airbags didn't go off. The only thing that, like, saved my life was the seatbelt and the memory foam steering wheel cover. So make sure you get yourself a memory foam steering wheel cover. Okay. To kind of give you a little bit of a bounce back if ever needed. Not that you're going to ever need it, but yeah, I got everything I could ever want. Except, of course, my own bed and my own bedroom, but that's coming. Although I'd be just as happy with a couch, the fireplace. Probably more happier with a couch and a fireplace than a bedroom I could lock myself in for days with a bed. Did Spirit want pizza tonight? Yeah. I know I did. So if I did, I'm sure Spirit did. But Dad needed snacks, and we needed water, so I didn't get the pizza. I got Dad's snacks instead. And that big baby, he got all 3 snacks. I got my snack, though. A glass of wine. But the REMpod and the Spiritbox are on pause because I bought a battery for the REMpod. Can't find it. Don't want to buy another one because I already spent $7 on a battery that I can't find. I need ice cream too. And the REMpod needs the Spiritbox needs some repairs before I can use it again, and I just haven't found any time to finish it up yet. I was going to watch another episode of Crypt Keeper, but I just couldn't keep my eyes open, and I just couldn't watch another gross Crypt Keeper. I've never watched the one with Tracy Lords before, and it was so gross. Oh. Yeah, it was pretty gross. Probably the grossest one I'd ever seen. I was not interested in watching Tracy Lords get cut up into thousands of pieces. But I watched it anyways in horror. No, not the lead singer from Lords of Acid, but I love that band. I know all their songs by heart. I'm talking about the actress, Tracy Lords. She was in movies like Cry Baby with Johnny Depp. Yeah, all that music is great. It's so funny, like my friend took a picture, or my friend posted a picture that we took of him with the lead singer of Lords of Acid, and because of the way she was dressed, Facebook thought that he was uploading an inappropriate photo. It was hilarious, thinking that he was harassing her. It's like, are you kidding me? Meta, get a fucking grip. Wow, I had no idea though that I just was like, what happened to Lords of Acid though? And it's like, well, Belgium's most delectable exports since the waffle are no strangers to controversy. In the past, they've been accused of everything from kidnapping and drugging fans to performing acts on stage that were more than just musical. Oh. Well, I guess some girls, they got a nice snatch, they're gonna show it off. I saw this hilarious meme that was drawn in like the cartoon anime style, where it was like women in the 1800s with cameras, and you see the woman sitting there, she's all prim and proper in her Edwardian, Victorian, whatever dress, and then it compared it to a girl from 2024 in her bedroom in her panties taking a picture of her butt with a cell phone. That meme was hilarious. Like the comparison of how women are from 100 years ago till now. I was like, it's hilarious. I'll look around for it and send it to you sometime. All right, I'm out of here. I'm going to go to bed. I'll try to be on tomorrow more because I think maybe tomorrow will be a little bit more busy. Saturday night's usually pretty slow. All right, good night to you too, sweetheart. Get some rest. And hopefully we'll see each other tomorrow. Give those doggies a kiss for me, and I'm going to peace out. Maybe we'll watch more Crypt Keeper tomorrow, but like earlier in the day. Come over and help me clean. All right, good night, sweetheart. God bless you. See y'all tomorrow. Kalanita. Thanks for coming by to chat. I appreciate it, Texas. Takes. Be safe.